how to accept and decline an invitation. So based on the example that the teacher had showed, the students will try to imitate how the teacher already did. So that is where the input comes in and the learning happens, the learning system. So teacher shows an example on how to politely accept or decline an invitation. Same. Okay. So let's move on to the practice stage. This is half of the practice stage that you will watch. After this, you will continue with my partner's presentation. So pupils are divided into pairs. So this is the collaborative learning comes in. Each pupil is required to act out the dialogue given earlier with their peers. So this is where the practice comes in, where the pupils need to practice with their partners on how to do the act based on dialogue. So this is where the teacher drills the pupils speaking skills. And teacher monitors pupils' activity and correct any errors in their pronunciation, stress, rhythm, and intonation. So at this stage, you can have like 15 minutes practice. So the teacher can move from pairs to pairs to check whether they have pronounced it in a correct way. If they have, you can correct it. So that the pupils can learn from their mistakes. And teacher chooses random pairs to act out the dialogue. So this is where the performance of the day. So the pupils can what do you call that? Can reflect and also can criticize their peers' performance. So let's watch the clip.
Teacher pakai apa komen?
Technical problem, I'm sorry.
What happened?
Okay, that's all. So during the practice stage, how learning happens in that part of the lesson? Teacher monitors pupils' activity to check on their pronunciation, stress, and rhythm and intonation. So I already explained earlier that during the practice stage, you can ask the people to practice on their own, and you can go pairs by pairs to correct if any mistakes happen. And teacher checks on people's understanding about the appropriate ways to accept and decline invitation, because accepting and declining an invitation not only through speech but also from their gestures, their facial expression all comes in. So if you are going to assess your students, you have to have a very solid rubric incorporating all the criteria for the assessment. So teacher directly corrects any mistake during the practice stage. So this is where this is where the teacher pick a random pairs to perform their role play in front of the class, and this is where the teacher can correct them on the spot, and also you can ask the peers to correct their friends' mistake if they have.
Okay, thank you to my partner, and okay, still good evening. Just want to surprise them. That's the technique. Okay. So we're going to move on to acquisition part of the learning. Okay, so let's recall. Okay, Shadia, tell me what is learning again in the, what does it mean by learning in the creation theory? Okay, Shadia, I'm asking you. What does learning mean? Come on, girl, you can do this.
Conscious.
Okay. Come on, Shadia, do.
Conscious
Learning.
the conscious part.
Uh-huh.
The conscious part.
The conscious part of?
Is
Consciously.
Consciously know what they are. Gain the knowledge.
Gain the
knowledge.
Okay, Sanya. Okay, what is acquisition? What do you think? What is your opinion? What does it mean by acquisition in learning? Acquisition in learning?
You receive
Mm-hmm.
and use the knowledge. The language, okay, the language.
Absorb. What was the term that we use if we trying to?
Acquire.
Yes, acquire.
Yeah.
Subconsciously. I'm
Subconsciously.
teaching already. Okay, let's move on to the acquisition part of the.
Okay, also.
Okay, so the acquired system. Okay, so in the lesson that from the lesson description that you have seen just now, the presentation stage. Okay, so actually there was the set induction and the closure stage too. Okay, so for the acquired system, in this particular lesson, acquisition starts during the set induction stage. Okay, so this is like the description. The teacher plays songs of 3 different celebrations in Malaysia. Teacher asks pupils to guess to which races each of the celebration belongs to. Pupils respond to teacher's question voluntarily. Okay, so this is So I'm going to watch. We're going to watch the clip first, and then I'm going to explain why I'm saying this is acquisition. Okay, so as you can see, the teacher just prompt the students to speak. Okay, so you can see they subconsciously activating their knowledge. So the teacher use videos. They ask questions. And they voluntarily answer the question. Wow! Who's dancing? Shasha. Okay. So how acquisition happens in that part of the lesson? So where is the part where the students acquire the language? Have you had this? So is there any learning process?
Yes.
Learning process.
No, they acquire.
Okay, so you can see from the set induction video just now, the students acquire the language or the students learn? Did the teacher teach them anything? They will ask the teacher only ask questions, show videos to prompt the students to speak, to use the language that they already know. Okay, the teacher asks questions to prompt pupils' prior knowledge, and pupils' schemata and passive vocabulary are activated when they voluntarily answers the questions. Okay, so the next part of acquisition in the lesson is the practice stage. Okay, what does it mean by half? It's actually during practice stage, both acquisition and learning happens. Okay, so pupils are are divided into pairs, required to act out the dialogue. Given teacher monitors pupils' activity, teachers chooses random pairs to act out the dialogue. So you have watched the clip. Excellent. Let's rewatch. Okay, so the teacher is giving instructions on how to do the pair work. This is still the learning part. She is teaching them on how to do the pair work. Okay, so this is where the acquisition begins. She's practicing, they're practicing the dialogue.
Have problem.
Okay, sorry that we don't have the speaker, but what they were actually practicing the dialogue that have been introduced by the teacher. So that is where the acquisition and learning happens. Both happens. Both of the processes. So acquisition, how does it happen? Pupils are given the opportunity to practice about what they have learned. Acquisition of the language began when they started to use the dialogues without looking at the guide anymore. They got used to it and they, what we call it, like adapt to the dialogue. They won't follow it directly, but they have the knowledge, and they start to practice it using their own words with similar meanings. Assimilates the knowledge that they have learned. Okay, so the next part where acquisition happens is the production stage. The production stage, as we know, okay, we know that production stage. You know, the teacher only act as facilitator, as a guide. So the teacher won't be giving any guidance anymore. It depends on the students. That is why we're saying that that is where the acquisitions happen. Okay, so actually during the presentations, the production stage, according to the actual lesson plan, pupils are divided into 6 groups. But from the video, you can see that it was actually pair work. So the actual lesson plan is actually the group work. Pupils are divided into 6 groups. 3 groups are given a situation card A, and the other 3 groups are given situation card B. Each group is required to do a role play based on the situation given to them, and teacher chooses random groups to present in front of the classroom. So role play is it's very authentic to be used to know how well the students can actually speak and how well they can use the content that they have learned in other situations. Enhance the confidence level aspect. Okay, so let's see the video. The students are required to create their own dialogue based on the situation card given. Okay, so as you can see that the guidance was actually taken down during this production. I'll bring the low one. Aku suka kan?
Mana? Dah hantar kuntung dah.
Okay, so let's just pretend that the guidance is actually not there. Okay, so sorry. Oops. Okay. Okay, so how acquisition happens in production stage? Teacher gives a separate task to test pupils' ability to use the content that they have learned in different situations. So in the situation class, so in the presentation stage, teacher teach them on how to accept and decline invitation to Hari Raya open house. And in the situation card, I've changed it to for example, Deepavali celebration, Chinese New Year celebration, Christmas celebration, and that's how you can test the students' ability to apply the knowledge that they have learned. And instead of correcting their pupils directly, the teacher can assess pupils' pronunciation, stress, rhythm, and intonation when it comes to independent tasks. So you only guide them during the practice stage. So that means they're still learning, but now they're acquiring the language because you don't correct them directly now. You assessing them. Because that's where you can see how well they have acquired the language. Because acquisition is it's like more a deeper understanding on how you actually use that part of the knowledge. And pupils' real understanding about the correct ways to accept and decline invitation can be shown through their ability to role play different situations. So when you actually can use that part of knowledge in other situations, in other contexts, that shows how well you understand that knowledge actually, right? Okay, so the last one is the closure stage, where the teacher asks questions to pupils, and pupils will respond to teacher's questions. No more teaching and learning involved, and teacher highlights the moral value of the lesson. They're going to give feedback and to see how well they have learned. Let's watch the video. The teacher is asking why do the students need to learn the correct way to accept and decline an invitation. And the students are responding to the teacher's questions using what they have learned. So that is the acquisition part of the lesson. Okay, so how acquisition happens in the closure stage? The teacher asks pupils to conclude the lesson by reinforcing the moral value in what has been taught during the teaching and learning process, and pupil responds to teacher's question in their own words, and the lesson is concluded in a meaningful and relatable way. So it's actually more, as you can see just now, there's actually more acquisition compared to learning. And this is supported by Gresham because he also felt that acquisition is more important because it happens more compared to the learning process in the teaching and learning. Okay, so the importance of both processes in teaching and learning sessions, because just like nature and nurture, they can't exist without one another. Okay, so we can see that. Okay, although acquisition is far more important since the competence developed through it, both play a role in developing second language competence, according to Gresham. And on one hand, learning a second language is successfully realized through conditioning and habit formation. This is Nurture. Nurture, right? Have information? You agree with me? Of course, right? And on the other hand, language learning is generally acquired quickly and effortlessly because language development occurs naturally. So we acquire the language, but at the same time we learn that language also. So both processes happen during the teaching and learning because it complements each other. You can't really acquire language without learning it because if you just acquire it, you don't know how well you have done. I mean, like in terms of the accuracy of the language, you can just acquire things from what you have listened from your surroundings, but you need to learn about maybe the rules, the exact words to be used in different contexts. That is why we need to know both of the processes and apply it in our classroom. Okay, so this is the bibliography, and okay, special thanks to our lecturer because we have consulted her so many times, and our actors too, Sanya, Asma, Shada, Helmi, and Mizwa, and our photographer for taking the video, Labrina and videographer. Okay, and thank you so much. Okay, thank you for listening.